Big show today. I'm going to make an argument that the cruise restart is in its best position that it has been in since the actual restart in late June. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I want you to see it. I want you to weigh in on your thoughts. Plus, someone that we follow very close, who travels often, has a new article out. And this article shares several things that he has seen and the realities of cruising right now. He's been on several cruises since the restart. If you're cruising soon and you haven't cruised in a long time, you will want to see this article and what he spells out for all of us. It is very good. Plus, we're going live tonight. We have got a huge day right here on Island Time. A big hello to all you Islanders. It is Sunday. I hope you're having a great weekend. We have a big day for you. What a show we have today. All kinds of good content. I know that you're going to love it. Plus, we're live tonight. That's right, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. You and I and many others will be live discussing cruising, your upcoming cruises, the questions that you have, tips, tricks. We're going to play a game as well. We want you to be here. 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. The easiest way to remember to come is to subscribe. If you subscribe and you ring that bell, when I click that button that says go live, you will get a notification on whatever device that you use, your cell phone, Apple, or Android, whatever it is, and you can join in and be part of the conversation. I invite you to become an Islander. I cannot wait for tonight. Join us. Please join us. Here we go. Let's get started with the news because there's a ton of news and we have some awesome content for you today. I'm going to share my screen today. That's what it's going to be. And we've got all sorts of things to talk about. I'm going to make an argument right here, right now, that the cruise restart is in the best place that it's been since the restart actually started in late June and early July. 1 month ago, cruise lines started to require testing for all passengers, vaccinated and non-vaccinated. A little bit more than a month ago, the masking started to present itself with most cruise lines in early August, testing mid-August, and here we are mid-September. So I wanted to look around and see, have these protocols changed the industry? Have they changed the experience? Are they working? Let's look and see what we have found right here, okay? I want to show you the ship status. This is on the CDC website. We look at this, once a month, maybe twice a month, and you're not going to believe what you see. But I want to remind you of a few things right here. If a ship is in green status means a ship has no reports of cases of COVID-19 or COVID-19-like illnesses. That's tough. To be green and be an active ship with paying passengers, not only do you not have COVID, you don't have anyone who feels like they have a symptom of COVID, even if it could be the flu, if it could be other things. You don't have any of that. That is tough. Orange means that the ship has reported cases of COVID, but is below the threshold of CDC investigation. Yellow, which a lot of ships we know stay in yellow status. Yellow status means that the ship has met the threshold for CDC investigation, which includes one of the following criteria. There are 3 of them: at or above the investigation threshold for crew COVID-19 cases, at or above the investigation threshold for passenger COVID-19 cases, or state or local health departments have notified the CDC of passenger COVID-19 cases occurring within 5 days of disembarkation. So people have gone home, they're back at their house, they have COVID, they go take a test, and they tell their local health departments, well, I just got off a cruise. So those are the statuses. Now, there is a red and a gray status. Red we haven't seen. That means the ship is going to stop its sailing right now. It's going to go back to its port. We have not seen that. The gray is actually relatively new. It means that the ships are not participating in the conditional sail order. A lot of these ships could be out of Florida, but again, there are no gray status ships. So now that I've gone over those statuses, let me scroll back here up to the top so we can look at ships and make my argument that we are in the best place that we have been in since late June, early July. Most of the ships that have been traveling since late June and early July have been yellow. They're yellow like all the time. When a new ship is finally coming back to the fleet, like the Carnival Dream and like the Glory this weekend. They'll be green for like a week. It's always a game. Like, how long can they stay green? Can they stay green for the full week on their first cruise? Can they make it to their second cruise? But let's see what we've got going on with the active ships here. And I promise you, you're going to see more green than you ever seen on this website. Let's get started with Carnival. The Carnival Breeze, of course, is sailing restricted. It means that there's paying passengers. It is restricted access. You have to pay to get on. Carnival Breeze is in yellow. It's been in yellow for a long time. The CDC, that means the CDC has investigated and the ship remains under observation for some sort of breakout of COVID-19, okay? But look at this. The Carnival Dream, who it says it's crew only, even though today paying passengers are getting on board. This website is not live time. It used to be updated on Tuesdays only, and it is much more frequent now, but the Dream is just now sailing today. It is crew only, or has been crew only until today, but it's in green status. Look at this. So all these ships are on here. The Freedom, for instance, which is crew only, they're still on here, but the crew doing what they're supposed to be doing. There's no cases. It's green. The Glory, it will be updated next week. Look at this. The Horizon. The Horizon has been around since July the 4th. That was the first cruise, July the 4th. It's been yellow most of the time. All of July, almost, it was yellow. Into August, it was yellow. Carnival Horizon currently has no cases. It is green. No symptoms. No one has symptoms of anything that's COVID-like. It is green. How awesome is that? The Magic selling as well. The Mardi Gras, the Miracle out of Alaska, all of them are yellow. Okay? But look at this. The Pride is selling. Of course, it's newer. It just, within the last 7 to 10 days. It is green. The Sunrise is green. The Vista, who has kind of got a bad rap. A little over a month ago, there were 27 cases, 26 of those crew members. The Carnival Vista, restricted passengers since July the 3rd, is green. We've never seen this many green ships. If we keep going down along this and see Disney, of course, who is selling. The Disney Wonder is selling. It is green. The Disney Dream is out there. It is yellow currently. But then as you continue to scroll, and we get into Norwegian, who has several ships, the Encore and the Gem, of course. The Gem is green. It has been yellow in weeks past. Now it is green. Again, a green ship with paying passengers, something that we did not see in July. We rarely saw in August, but we're starting to see now. How about the Celebrity Edge, the first cruise ship to start the restart, June the 28th. The Celebrity Edge has been around since June. She's been yellow almost the whole time. Late June, July, most of August, she's yellow. The Celebrity Edge is green. How awesome is this? And the argument is, and I guess it could be, credit cruise lines who have constantly changed and adapted their protocols to enhance safety of crew and passengers. The masking, the required masking that is limited, very limited. The testing for all passengers, even if you're vaccinated. And we gripe about it, we grumble about it. We stress about, how can we get that test within 2 days? It is working. And my argument is it's working better now. The protocols right now are working better than ever. Let's look at Royal Caribbean while we're here. The Allure, of course, has started back. She is yellow. The Freedom of the Seas, restricted. She's yellow. The Independence is yellow. Mariner is yellow. Oasis, who just started back out of New Jersey, New York, is yellow. And you see the Odyssey there. It says simulated. But they do have green ships. So the Serenade of the Seas is green. The Symphony of the Seas, again, is green. We've never seen this much green on this website from the CDC, and it's got to be because of the protocols. So even though they change the cruising experience, even though they add anxiety on the front end of the cruise experience, they're working. They are working. We are in a better place now than ever. Let's look at something else that I was excited to see. Gene Salone, who I follow closely. This is on the Points Guy website, but I follow Gene on several platforms, and I love this article. If you're cruising soon, or if you cruise at the beginning of the cruise restart and you're about to cruise again, he summarizes what it's like to cruise right now better than anyone that I have seen. Again, this is Gene Salone. He's been on 7 cruises from North America and Europe in the last few months. He shares 8 things he has learned, and I'm telling you, he is spot on. So his first thing is the pre-cruise process is full of new hassles, and he's exactly right. What he means by that is all the hoops and hurdles that you and I have to jump through just to get to the port, just to get to the terminal, just to get on the ship. And that includes questionnaires that you have to fill out online. That includes getting your vaccine, having your vaccine card, making sure that you keep up with your vaccine card. That includes bringing masks and using those masks before you get on the ship in the terminal. That includes testing. The pre-cruise process is full of new hassles, but it's all worth it. I will post this article, by the way, in the description so you can read it in its entirety. We're going to summarize it today. Onboard policies, this is number 2. Onboard policies are all over the map, depending on what ship you're on. Depending what cruise line you're on, he's exactly right. Some ships, for instance, weeks ago, it was rumored that on the Carnival Vista, you could not smoke in the casino. Every other Carnival ship you could, Carnival Vista, you could not. I had people telling me week after week, Derek, please tell the Islanders you can't smoke on the Carnival Vista in the casino. And I would share it, and people would say, no, I'm on the Magic. I'm on the Mardi Gras. You can smoke. These policies vary per ship, and they for sure vary per cruise line. They're changing constantly. We have mentioned several times, if you're cruising, be flexible. You'll be okay. If you have this idea of what cruising should look like, what it's always looked like, and you're getting on board, and that's what you expect, you may have a letdown. It may take you time to adjust. But if you're flexible, you have the open mind, these policies and how they shift will not even bother you in the least. Number 3, every destination is doing things a little differently. And he's exactly right. Every island you go to, all the ports of call that you go to, they're doing things different. Some places you can get off the ship and you don't have to wear a mask. And they may have signs up, you have to wear a mask. There's no one patrolling. There's no one's telling you to get your mask on. And then some destinations you go to, some ports of call, there's police and port officials writing tickets in Belize, $50. I saw them writing tickets, $50 for not wearing your mask. We've seen places in Cozumel, you have to wear your mask in the shops. We've seen places you have to wear a mask even on the beach. Every place you go is different. Do your research before you go, and it could help you determine and decide, when I get to this particular port, do I want to stay on the ship and enjoy a day on the ship on an empty ship? Or do I want to go ahead and get off the ship because I'm okay with their policies and protocols? Here's the next one. Itinerary disruptions are more common. We had that. We sailed on the Carnival Vista in late July. We were supposed to go to Grand Cayman, Jamaica, Cozumel, and it, of course, was switched. We instead went to Belize, Mahogany Bay, and Cozumel. So depending on the local protocols and how they've worked with cruise lines, if they want cruise ships to even port there. If you look at Turks and Caicos with Grand Turk, if you look at Grand Cayman, if you look at Jamaica, even Carnival did. We had one ship go to Jamaica a couple weeks ago. There's some places saying no. And so if you book a cruise, this is September, if you book something November, December, January, and you're booking because you want to go to a certain location, don't have all your eggs in one basket. You know, you've got to have some flexibility, because you may have booked because you want to go to Grand Cayman. That ship may not go to Grand Cayman when it's supposed to, so be flexible. There's one that we all love. The crowds are gone. Gene makes this argument, and he's spot on. We have cruised, and all of you Islanders have shared, there's no lines. Everywhere you go to the buffet, there's no line. You go to the restaurant, we're the only table within a 10 or 15 table radius. It is awesome to cruise right now because of capacity levels are so low. Something probably we're never going to see again. When you look at 50, 60, max 70% capacity. It is unreal to cruise right now because you feel like you have the ship to yourself. You can find a lounger when you want to. You can find a seat in all the shows, whether it's comedy or it's a Broadway show. It is awesome to cruise with the crowds gone. Onboard service is better than ever. I absolutely agree with Gene on this one. We were on the Vista, and these ships are fully staffed. They're staffed as if they're going to carry 100% capacity, or just about, very close to 100% capacity for crew. And so the attention to detail, the promptness of service, ordering drinks, is better than ever. A big difference we saw was our food was always so fresh and hot, especially in the main dining room, where sometimes those dishes are made in big groups and the food kind of sits there and they make your plate. Everything was hot, everything was fresh. The service was awesome, and I agree with Gene on this one. Next one, COVID-19 cases on ships seem relatively rare, and that is the case. You know, it's not that you plan your cruise, you go on your cruise, and a lot of people think they're going to see COVID and they're going to hear announcements about COVID and rumors about COVID on the ship. It doesn't happen every cruise. It doesn't. A lot of you islanders have cruised and come back and said, we didn't hear anything about COVID. We didn't hear anything going on. That's what we want. That's what the cruise lines are trying to do with masking and testing and the vaccine rules. They don't want your trip to be about COVID. So that is great, great news. They are rare. And the CDC and the argument we just had using the CDC website and its data proves there are ships sailing, several ships sailing right now with no confirmed cases or even someone feeling like they may have it. Gene also says, and he's right about this is the last point here, things are changing fast. You and I know that. I'm on video in front of you several days a week trying to keep all of us updated, myself included. I'm a cruiser with the news. And just when you think you have it figured out and your cruise is 2 weeks away, bam, something happens, and now you have to be tested 2 days instead of 3 days, or there's some new hurdle to jump through. Do not get discouraged about this. Keep your open mind and make your mind up now that whatever they ask you to do, you're going to do. You're going to jump through that hurdle. You're going to provide that documentation, because once you get on board, the experience is better than ever. I promise. I'm so looking forward to cruising. We cruise next month, for sure, October the 21st on the Breeze. Trying to squeeze in one before that as well, but we're waiting on exemptions to see if my oldest son can go with me. We'll see what happens there, but we are for sure cruising next month, October 21st on the Breeze with a good friend, Charles, and I will be on the Breeze together. So I can't wait to see you tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I want you to weigh in on this today. If you've cruised, how do you feel? Do you feel that this argument that we've made today, that right now in September the 19th, that cruising is safer right now than it has been for months? I want to know what you think. Comment below. If you like the content today, give me a thumbs up. And please, if you have not subscribed, over 60% of our viewers are not subscribers. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, and you'll be notified when you ring that bell of when new content is posted. I'm here to help. Let me know in the comments below how I can. Find us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is below as well in the description of this video. And we will see everyone tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, right here on Island Time.